So, manga?
Yes, Slider?
The fuck am I looking at? The fuck is
It's
this?
trademarked by Twilight, and I know this comes too early, and that word has been ruined forever. And I know this comes 20 years before what the word was ruined forever by, but what's the little spinning dudes? Or, like, are those the...
Those are stars,
yeah,
I
are they
guess.
dudes? Are they stars? Is it the Japanese character for fire, and it's going to burn us all? In some kind of fiery satanic ritual?
So, it's a platformer, I
Are you
guess.
inside cheese right now?
Maybe. I mean, those are mice. I mean, they're kind of not real mice, but...
You're inside cheese with wind-up mice. Okay then.
So... I'm not gonna say this game is terrible, but I should say right now... I've heard it said before that usually the last people to jump onto a trend are the absolute lamest. This is a pretty good example of this. Because this came out in 1993. The SNES had been out for 2 years. So now this is their attempt to get their platforming mascot. And oh dear, what is this? That's one of your attacks. It does nothing except those balloons, which are a checkpoint, but still, what?
Okay then. So you can peck ineffectually at things, or just bounce around. Yeah, 1993. If you're making NES games in 1993, you have absolutely no grasp on the market. And I'm guessing this was an attempted cash-in by either a shitty cartoon or a shitty food chain. I'm gonna go on Wikipedia and find out. This is just gonna be my thing now. I'm gonna Wikipedia the game at every episode to find what the hell is going on. Okay, this isn't promising. The cover says, "An innocent chicken in a startling world." What? A series of platform games. Oh, there was a sequel in the SNES called Super Alfred Chicken. Because, of course, if you're releasing on the SNES, it has to be called Super Alfred. And then there was one on the PlayStation 2002. What?
Are they just consistently late?
I guess.
So, well, why is this game? Was anyone asking for this?
I don't know.
Ever? Anywhere? I think it's... You know what really just makes this game just seem kind of sad? It's really the music. What is this?
It's not good music, it's definitely not good sound design. It sounds a bit like... You know how sometimes you have nightmares and there's just like creepy, distorted versions of music playing?
Yes, this is what would happen if you had a nightmare while falling asleep while playing Zelda 2.
Probably. Okay, you know how, British politics can be really weird sometimes? Like super weird. So, the product manager of the Amiga version of this game ran as, the Alfred Chicken Party candidate in the 1993 by-election in the constituency of Christchurch in Dorset, in England. He did this as a promotional stunt. He got a grand total of 18 votes, which was 2 ahead of the Rainbow Party candidate, so he didn't come last. And apparently because this was such a weird and shitty marketing attempt in politics, this was cited among the reasons to increase the number of signatures required for an individual to be nominated as a political candidate at election.
What? What? Why? What? I'm not sure I even... I'm speechless.
So this game made it more difficult for games developers to engage in bizarre political stunts as game promotion.
as a quick thing, there were like stars on the background, and we hit a switch and now they're like blocks. And I guess that's the mechanic of this game or something?
I guess so. You have star blocks now. I guess.
We got all the checkpoints, so it sends us to a bonus game and we finish the
Hey,
level.
you're in space now. Getting presents.
This makes sense.
Why the hell not? So yeah, we were wrong. This isn't the promotion for a shitty cartoon or a shitty food chain. What the hell is that?
A flower.
But this did have a weird bit of just very strange political promotion. Just establishing an Alfred chicken party and running to be elected on behalf of it is definitely one of the weirdest acts of game promotion I've ever heard of.
Yes. That's a new one for me.
Wow. I mean, I know we have the Monster Raving Loony Party, but
I'm not even sure what to say
why
at this point.
Christchurch in Dorset? Is that just where he was from?
Maybe.
So weird. So there's your weird video game fact for the day.
Yes. So, yeah. There's a bunch of doors we can go through. We have to... I guess this is slightly non-linear in some ways.
It is hurting my eyeballs to look at this point.
I think I just realized right now. My god, does he look just ugly compared to the actual level. It's like, seriously, why would this be considered like a great design for a character?
I don't know.
It's just this really ugly orange.
I think also it's trying to cram too many small details into the sprite. Like, I think that's why its head looks so weird, is that they're trying to cram in small details that they just don't have the, you know, the pixels for.
To me, it's like... It doesn't even matter what the quality of the game is. It just has this just feeling of just being sad and forgotten and way out of touch. Like, why 1993? Why did you decide to make this game? Why would anyone care? Why do you exist, game?
I, honest to God, could not tell you.
And now the world's most boring water level.
Yeah, that's... What is going on with this water level? I mean, usually the thing about water levels is that your character only has a limited amount of breath, so you have to, like, strategically plan your travel. But this is just, you move very, very slowly.
Yes. It's slow even by the standards of water levels. What is this? Why? What's with that clock? Is it trying to be zany?
It's a failure of modern politics. That's what everything in this game is now.
I guess so. And I got hit right by the end. So now we have to do that again.
I wonder if the Alfred Chicken Party is for or against leaving the EU.
I don't think they're for or against anything other than the promotion of their product.
This music continues to be weird and kind of unsettling.
Oh, by the way, that A block you could just go through, so that whole level was... The whole part we could have just avoided for no reason.
Okay then. That's good level design.
I don't even know what are we even standing on? It's like some kind of gun, except it doesn't actually fire anything.
Yeah, it just kind of produces bubbles. Like, it's just some kind of moving platform with bubbles, I guess.
Like, it's... I've got to take that back. Because that would require me to acknowledge that it is a thing. I'm not sure it is. And we got game over again. And that was...
That was a thing. If you live in Dorset, vote Alfred Chicken Party, folks. Can't be worse than UKIP.
That game just makes me sad. It's just kind of sad, really.
Only kind of sad?
Fair enough. Also, as a quick thing, I looked up the PS1 game. It has a freaking weird art style.
Do I want to know? Against my better judgment, I'm Googling. Yeah, okay, that's a trip.